Hey guys, welcome. Some of you may know me from my YouTube channel, and we focus on model railroading, but some of you may be coming in from other sources, so I wanted to kind of take a step back from my hobby and my YouTube channel because there's some stuff that's come up with other creators, and I can see kind of some frustration on their part. So we're going to talk about kind of more of a global issue than actually the hobby. Um, so content creators face real burnout, especially because they tend to work in a very solitary environment. There's not a lot of collaboration. You can add that, but it tends to be working in a isolated situation. You're at home, you're in front of your computer, possibly out there live streaming some activity, but it tends to be just you. So it can get difficult, especially if you're not getting the support from home, or you're spending too much time at it, or you're facing unfair criticism, um, people that want to bring up tangential discussions, or just outright harassment. Go to Wikipedia and look up internet trolls, and you'll see what I mean. And I'm sure every one of you who's viewing this video knows exactly what I'm talking about. Um, so there are some ways that us as content consumers can support the creators out there, and that can help to alleviate some of the burnout and some of the lack of feedback that content creators may get. I know I see this myself, but I see this a lot more with people, especially when they're first starting out, or they've been doing it for so long and they've just hit a creativity block, and like a writer's block, and they just don't know what to do next, to introduce some new content, or even to just kind of revitalize their own channel. So um, let me tell you about, there's two different things that we can do. There's non-monetary support and there's monetary support. So the non-monetary support is pretty simple, and a lot of the stuff is really not difficult to do, but number one, consume their content. If you see a creator out there and you do enjoy what they do, just participate in the content that they provide. If you feel like it's quality content that you really appreciate, just go on, and even if it's a live stream, you can watch it later. You can watch it, while you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for the bus. You're, whatever. I love creating content, but 0 views is a real bummer. So that's pretty obvious. Also, consume their live content too. If they're on, check them out. Even if you just jump in for a few minutes and you're like, I'm really busy right now, but hey, I just want to check in and say hi. That's a real positive for a content creator. Again, if there's content that you appreciate, let them know that you're out there. Everybody's busy. The content creators don't expect you to sit there and watch, all 60 minutes of an hour-long video. But if they see you jump in, say hi to a couple of people that you recognize. I mean, that's very appreciated by the content creators. Um, if you constantly miss their live stream, set yourself a reminder, write it down on a post-it note, put it on your monitor. YouTube has ways to notify you that they're going online. Sometimes I don't get notifications when some of my buddies are going online, so I try to remember. I actually have a spreadsheet that I've created, because there is a bunch that I try to catch. I'm not very good about catching them every week, but I do watch them afterwards, and then I will try to remember to put a comment in there. So if you do catch it afterwards, or you're watching a pre-recorded broadcast, click the like. Put a comment in there. Let them know what you liked about the stream. Thumbs up are nice, but comments weigh a lot more. Also, the creators' efforts also go to groups or pages that may not be aware of the creator, so share that content out. If there's a group that you say, hey, did you catch so-and-so's stream last night? And they're like, we have no idea what you're talking about. Share their content to that group. Say, hey, you guys ought to check this out, because what you guys are just talking about, so-and-so did a video about this. last night, earlier this week, or whatever. So creators spend a lot of time on their brand as well. The background that you can see here, I spend a lot of time making sure that I get consistent graphics behind the screen, that the background is the same, that it appeals to people who are into model railroading. But if there's something that you like about their brand, whether it's this, whether it's the information down below, as far as how they present themselves, the logo, thumbnails, all that stuff. People spend a lot of time, you know, refining that brand. So if there's things that you like about the brand, let them know, give them feedback. Again, this is a solitary endeavor. So if you are out there and you are somebody who is striving to, and not everybody does it for recognition. Some people do it just to document. But at the same time, it is nice to get feedback. So let them know what they're, what you appreciate, whether it's the backdrop, whether it's the text or whatever, or the consistent projects, or that they constantly come out with content on a regular basis, or a defined day or whatever. There's a lot of little things that creators are struggling with to try to make sure they hit all the right things. So let them know. While I worked for a major retailer, we were conscious of the brand everyday work to exceed the customer's expectations. But that brand can change over time too. So you'll see a person evolve. If you look at my video, my very first video, horrible, no branding, kind of rambling, didn't really know what I wanted to talk about in advance, and just try to piece stuff together based on what I had watched from other content creators. After a while, it becomes a lot more consistent. And once you've worked out, what your thumbnails are going to look like, what your background's going to look like, and all that type of thing, once you get that stuff worked out, then it becomes a lot easier, because you're just kind of taking the work that you've put in on your brand, and you're utilizing that on the next video and the next video and all of them, because you want them to be consistent. So your thumbnail, you kind of got a thumbnail that you like, and you use that, and you jazz it a little bit here and there, but essentially you know what you're going to do for the thumbnail and the text and the font and the background graphics and all that type of thing. So also, there's new creators during live streams or stream yards that can speak for themselves, and you can, as a content creator, you can interject those people into the conversation. But if you're a content consumer, you can volunteer, say, hey, I just built exactly what you're talking about, or I had that problem, plumbing issue, oh, let me tell you a story. And then you can jump in and volunteer to help out. Also, if you're have the ability to jump into like a StreamYard scenario, you can also take a little bit of the weight off of the content creator, and what you can do is participate in the conversation or lead the conversation, and let the content creator kind of follow along, introduce 2 or 3 people, and then talk about what you've done, your experiences, and things like that. So introducing new creators, younger creators that really are still trying to feel their way around. That's a great time to kind of promote other people in whatever niche that you're in. Now I'm in a niche that's model railroading, which is a pretty small niche, and then it's HO scale, so it's a very it's a segment of model railroading as a whole. And then I do a lot of narrow gauge and then craftsman kits. So I narrow myself down pretty fine. So it's difficult to get a lot of views and subs and stuff. But what I can do is I can reach out to other people in other scales, in other if I don't do East Coast stuff, or they do West Coast, or the stuff in the UK, I can engage some of those people and bring them in, and it adds to the content, but it also I see support from the community because they're willing to participate in the conversation or whatever we're working on. Engage in the creator's social media, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, and I'm not going to mention them all. Probably not TikTok, but I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff out there that the content creator may actually do. And if you look at the notes down below in the video, you can find that information out because they're going to have links to all of their stuff. So I'm just saying that's another way that you can support the content creator. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. It can be on, up to and including TikTok, I guess, if you want to. But I'm just saying, that's just not me. Don't expect Mikey to be doing any dances out there. If a content creator mentions that they're having issues with work, they're really busy, the family time isn't working out, they're doing a poor life balance, and everybody goes through that. That may be a time for you to jump in and say, hey, I'll do a live stream for you, or hey, let me fire up StreamYards and I'll go ahead and run the conversation of let me tell you about me and my hobby and what I've done and my experiences and how long you've been doing it and stuff like that. You can do all that, but the content creator can kind of sit back and go, oh, this is kind of cool. You can do collaborations, collabs. You may hear that phrase. Maybe like you and another major creator, you just kind of take, audience questions and, hey, can you tell me about, the best way to get more subs? I'm just starting out, big topic. Everybody always talks about that when they're starting out. After a while, you don't really pay as much attention to it. But that's the type of thing that, you can do, collectively and support a person, especially if they're feeling like they have, a poor life balance. So the content creator may have a website. And hopefully it's on his the links underneath the underneath the notes. But go to YouTube and there's an About tab. Check that out. They probably have some stuff in there that they filled out when they first started, but they may have put a website in there too. So if not, ask them if they do. And if they don't, and if you don't have it, ask them to share the link. They can share links if they're obviously if they're an administrator on the YouTube channel, then they can put links in there that everybody can click and go check it out. So, okay, so other than the support things, there's a whole bunch of things you can do monetary-wise. Now, when YouTube starts out and you become a content creator, you have the ability to get subscribers to come in, and then you get views from people who just happen to find you or decide to subscribe to you. And there's views that you get. If you get enough subscribers, right now the threshold is 1,000, then you go over that threshold, you're able to apply to YouTube to get monetized. What that means is that you can get paid for the number of views. Subscribers get you more views, but subscribers don't get you any revenue. What you get revenue from is views, specifically views that also appeal to the advertisers, and the advertisers that may appeal to your, to your content. That may actually get you a varied level of monetization for that stream. So depending on how popular it is, if you're going to do a stream about playing Fortnite, and there's guys that are selling Fortnite t-shirts, you're probably going to get a little bit more revenue for the views for that from those advertisers. But if you have a baking channel, the Fortnite advertisers are probably going to, if they happen to show up as an ad, you're probably going to get the lowest amount. So it kind of has to relate, but views are views, and views generate revenue. So YouTube is an ad-based communication platform. So keep that in mind. At 1,000, you have the ability to monetize, and then you can move on, with uh, getting paid for your videos that have views. However, you don't have to be monetized because you can get revenue other ways. If you are monetized, you can click the join button and you can actually support a channel by a certain amount of money that you decide you want to support, whatever tiers they have set up. Um, Super chats and stickers are also something that you can get where you can just do a one-off pledge. Uh, Joining a channel means a monthly commitment. Super chats and stickers, you can just go ahead and send them $5, whatever you want to do, $10, whatever amount you decide you want to do for a super chat. Um, you can support a channel monthly, but you can also just do some one-offs. The super chats is a good example, but you don't have to be monetized to make money as a YouTube creator. You can support a creator if they have a PayPal account. A PayPal.me address allows you to send them money. Now you can also do recurring on a PayPal.me. They don't have to be monetized. They can have 5 subscribers, and you can say, I want to support this person because I really like their content. I don't know why they only have 5 subscribers. They've been out for 50 years, but they only have 5 subscribers. Just nobody's discovered them. So that's a good example of why you'd want to share somebody. It's like, hey guys, take a look at this person. But PayPal.me, you can just go ahead and send them monetary compensation too, if you choose to. There's stuff like Teespring. You don't have to be monetized to have a channel that has the ability to sell shirts and hoodies and cups and whatever the stuff whatever that third party is, like Teespring, or there's a bunch of them. You can go ahead and purchase products, and they'll have logos on them or whatever they're working on for their brand. That's going to be on the products that you can purchase, and then of course you can share that stuff out to other people as well. Some content creators go out and take pictures, and they then have photography posted on certain sites. And again, if they don't have this but they mention it, ask them what the link is. Ask them about it. You really like their photos. I've got photos that I've purchased online that I like having up. It is an interest of what I have, and I can decorate my office with whatever I have that I find on photography sites from creators that I've come across that I want to support. Some sites allow affiliate programs. You can go be an Amazon affiliate, and you can say, here's the link to my microphone that I use, and this link, if you click on it, it'll take you to another page in Amazon, and you can go ahead and purchase that microphone, and then they get a little compensation for that. Nobody's getting rich off the affiliate program if you're in a very small niche like mine, but it is something to consider. I don't use the affiliate program just because I haven't got there yet. I haven't gotten around to taking a look at that. Still working on some other things that I want to do, but it is something. Not just affiliate programs, but sometimes creators, you'll see every once in a while they'll have kind of like the bridal registry, where people will have wish lists for vendor sites. They'll go and they'll pick out kind of like a list. They can share that list on their about page or in the notes down below for the live stream or the recorded stream like this one. And an example I can show you when you watch this video down below. I'll put notes of like different websites and things. But anyway, you can get kind of the what they want. You can support a creator that way as well. You could also send them a fruitcake over the holidays, but that could actually come back and be perceived as trolling too. I don't like fruitcake. If anybody sent me one, I'd be like, you're a troll. So anyway, those are just off the top of my head. I took a bunch of notes as I was working through other videos this week, And as stuff came up, I was like, yeah, that bothers me that that person is struggling. So there's a lot of non-monetary ways and a lot of monetary ways that you can choose to support a content creator. There's a lot of people out there spend a lot of time on content. I know I'm probably at about 200 live streams and pre-recorded streams for content. I started out doing it as a way just to document things, but now I enjoy the interaction and the trying to see if I can appeal to a larger crowd and that type of thing too. So just keep that in mind as you're out there watching streams. Participate, engage, support. Please do that for the content creators, especially the ones that sound like they could use a little bit of a hand and or maybe a little bit of a break, if nothing else. So. Um, I appreciate you guys watching, and just keep that in mind as you're watching other content creators. Be subscribers and help them out. So once again, my name is Michael McCarville. I have a channel, and check it out if you want to. But definitely support those of us out there who are creating and sharing content for you guys. This is going to be the beginning of a series. I'm going to have a few other ones that I'm going to do as far as people just starting out, what to do, what to watch. There's lots of videos like that, but I just wanted to do something kind of a little more specific maybe to those of us who are in the model railroading stuff, but it really applies to pretty much anybody. So anyway, until next time, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you, and take care of yourself. See ya.